Hey, what's up, guys? This is Marcus. This is part two of the tutorial on how to fillet fish. Um, in this tutorial, this is part two. I'm going to show you guys how to uh, remove the flesh of the fish from the scales without having to get your kitchen all dirty. So, with that being said, I'm gonna take it on down to the fillet board. First thing you want to do, you see this, if any of you guys strayed away from cleaning fish simply because you don't want scales everywhere, I'm going to show you how to prevent that from happening, keeping everything pretty clean. Okay, so as you see, this is the outer side of the fish. In the previous demonstration, we removed this from the body, from the bones. So this is a fillet, a boneless fillet. Okay. Um, so now we're gonna flip this fillet over, and as you see, this is the side you're gonna be eating. This is the side that gets battered or whatnot, and you fry it. So how do we get this meat away from the skin of the fish and scales without getting the house all messy? Okay. Well, find the end of the fish where the tail was. It'll be the smaller end if you follow my tutorial correctly. Once you do that, you're going to have to use your fillet knife, and you're going to use the tip of your fingernail. This is why I don't wear gloves, because this is mandatory that you use your fingernail to pinch down onto the it'll be a piece of skin hanging off the back. If it's not, just use the tip of your knife and just press down on the tip. Then you're going to use your knife, and what you want to do, you're probably going to have to start off with a saw-like motion. Don't saw through the skin, but as you see, the meat is up here now, and this is simply an inner layer of the skin. You continue to press down. Make sure your knife is riding up under the meat, and you're going to use a slow saw-like motion, keeping that knife pressed down. Okay, you flop it back. Sorry. And as you see, this is what we're going to be dealing with after the fact. So this is what your fingernail pinches onto. Then you simply raise that up, get your knife up under there. Try to get half the knife on both sides of the fillet, and you're just going to follow my hand motion here. Larger fillets tend to you might have a little bit of trim meat off to the side, but it's not a big deal. Okay, and as you see, this is the skin. That's the actual fish. You're going to throw all that right in the trash. That's skin and scale. You won't have to worry about any messy cleanup other than washing off your fillet board and your workstation. For some of you, I'm not going to say just females, because I know a lot of you guys live alone. You're not going to wash your dishes, and that's going to turn out very nasty. So have good hygiene. Keep your dishes washed, and this will be a smooth transaction. Okay. Okay. Now, as you see, this is the skin of the fish and the scales. Still got a clean fillet board, and you got your fillet. Well, that goes right in the trash. So a lot of you out there, you old school people that says there's no way to do this without getting messy, you got a new school cat here showing you how I do things. And if you're willing to change your habits, this is an easy throwaway. If you're willing to change your old ways and learn new tricks, this is going to be a more tasty piece of fish. It's not going to have all that oily, fishy taste to it. You're going to have a nice flavorful fillet. It's going you'll have something like Arthur Treacher. So I'm gonna also give you guys a recipe that I've used. I watched the fishing show and actually is some of the best shit I've ever tried in my life. All you need is a box of Ritz cracker crumbs. Take your roll of cracker crumbs, ground them up, roll them up or whatnot into a fine um, powder, and then simply season your fish. Dip it in a whisked egg. Just take an egg and whisk it up really good, and then dip your fish in the egg both sides. Get the excess egg off. Roll it around in the cracker crumbs. Fry it like you normally do, and trust me, it'll turn out great. And it's just something that I like to use. Never had any complaints. Everybody loves it. They come back for more. Like I said, no oily fish anymore, guys. This is a clean cut walleye. Also, what I like to do, I like to cut it up in segments. This is about um, probably a 3 pound fillet here almost. Well, let's say about 2 pound fillet. Okay. What you want to do, you want to dice it up into sections. In this case, I'm going to probably do it in about 4 sections, so in quarters. Okay. Dice that up. Okay. No, the chief got it. Well, actually, I'll split it again. Okay. Do it in 5 sections. Okay. And the smaller fillets you fry, the better out they'll come. You don't want to dump one big fillet into the grease. It's not going to turn out that well. You're going to have to over fry it. So take that in consideration. You're going to have a blast. I hope this helps, guys. This is your boy Marcus. If you guys are on my Facebook, I hope you watch this video and learn something from it, because I'm only here to help people, show people new things that I've picked up over the past 24 years. And if you guys got any questions, feel free to ask. I'm sure some other things I can show you, and I'm sure some stuff you guys can show me. So let's network. Okay. That's part 2 on how to clean fish. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more videos. This is Marcus. I'm out.